Okay, so I got a chance to work on some stuff today, and as I'm working on building I'm going to be working on building an NRF 24L01 driver for the ARM using NUFR RTOS. I needed to build a tester, so I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time. I only spent maybe 3 or so hours, maybe 4 hours, I don't know, playing around, getting it set up like I like. Basically, this is the tester here. There's a little Arduino Nano here and an nRF breakout board here. They're wired together, and this is set up so that it automatically starts and gives out some information, puts the radio in idle, and then allows me to look at the menu and stuff and figure out what I want to do. So right now I have it set up with another Arduino Nano with the same exact code running on that as on this, with opposite addresses. That's all. So when I hit reset here, what you'll see is the menu come up in that terminal console when it gets up. So it says it's a tester. It says, my address is node 1, the device under test address is node 2, radio is set to high power. It's 1,000 millisecond packet send delay. The ACK timeout is 200 milliseconds. I guess I probably could have put that in milliseconds instead of microseconds. Well, whatever. The radio is currently in idle mode. If I hit H, I can get this the help menu, which is exactly what we're seeing here underneath the radio is idle. If I hit C, I can get the current radio mode and settings. If I hit I can go back to idle mode. If I hit R, I can put it in receiver mode, and if I hit T, I can put it in transceiver mode. It currently just spits out, an unsigned long that corresponds to the number of microseconds that it currently has on the microcontroller. I'm going to go ahead and walk over to the other machine and put it in receive mode so that I can put that in transmitter mode. So I'll put it in transmitter mode and it'll just start sending packets. It'll tell me whether it succeeds or fails, what the round trip is, da-da-da-da-da. So I'm hoping it gets a failure here in a second. For serious, you're going to succeed entirely. Really? That's awesome. Maybe I'll put the other radio in idle and it'll fail. Yep, there we go. So I'm going to put this back in idle. So now I'll put the other radio in transmit mode. And I'll put this one in receive mode. Then you can see what it does when it's receiving. So it receives, get my current settings. And I'll pause for a little bit, start receiving again. I think the help doesn't pause, but that's alright. I'll just put it back in idle mode. The other one in idle mode. So I figured a little bit of time I spent building this little tester out of some bread, like perf board or Veriboard or whatever you want to call this crap, with the holes in it, you solder down, through hole board or whatever. This should help me have an easier time building the driver, as I can just send an unsigned long from the ARM microcontroller to the radio that'll be hooked up, and then it should be received here. And then when I'm ready to receive, I can have it transmit and stuff. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. So that's what I got to work today. Got to work today, yeah.